Hi everybody, this is Wendy from Wendolonia, and today I'm going to walk you through a traveler's notebook layout that I made in my April traveler's notebook album. So I started off, I picked this page. I thought it was kind of funny because it said today's highlights, and it's about my son going to the barber shop. So highlights, hair, ha ha ha. I also liked that sort of grid pattern on the other side of the page. So the first thing I did was I trimmed down my photo so it would fit in these boxes, and that little outline would go around the edges of it. So I got that together and I glued it down, taped it down, and then I decided I had already kind of had an idea of what I wanted to do on this page in mind. Not real strict, but general idea. So I picked out a tag, and I chose this one because it kind of matched the floor of the barber shop. Nice neutral beige color. But the thing is that I knew I wanted to cover up that borrower's card phrase up at the top, and I was going to use these nice navy blue stickers, but then I went to check out what I wanted to write on it, and there were no R's, as usual. So instead, I had to go find some other stickers. So I went off to my office and I pulled a few others, these red ones and some wood grain ones. And I got out my ruler, and this is how I always do stickers to make sure they're in a straight line. I take the edge of my ruler and there's a line an eighth of an inch down from the edge, and I line all my stickers up along that. Because the ruler's clear, I can then sort of position it over where I want to put the stickers, and I can see exactly where it's going to go. So I'm setting up the letters. It's going to say Augie's haircut here. And then I put it on. I like how it looks. So then I kind of straighten everything out that's not exactly where I want it. And then I put the thing down and I put my bone folder over the top, and I hold that real tight while I bend the ruler kind of out from under, and I straighten it and I put them down on there. So the next word I'm going to use is haircut. So it's going to say Augie's haircut, but this is where everything kind of goes to hell. And I kept having to undo and undo and undo and undo. So the first thing I do is I spell out the word haircut, same exact technique on the edge of my ruler. And then I put it on the tag, stick it down, same exact technique on the edge of the ruler with the bone folder. And then I look at it and I decide I can't even read it because there's writing behind it and it doesn't contrast enough with the tag. So I take every single one of those stickers off. So next, I pull out a thing of sort of like ledger tape, grid patterned washi, and I put that down. And I get it all trimmed and set up, and then I start putting all the stickers back on, and I decide I can't read that either because there's not enough contrast. So then I peel off that washi and I go to the office and I dig out two more washies. And this time I get a dark navy blue and sort of a dark green with stars. And I check and there's no navy blue in the pattern paper. So instead I go with the dark green with the stars because there is a green on that pattern paper. And I go ahead and I trim this one down, and this time I had the foresight to actually check to see if the letters would stand out against that green, and they did. So I go ahead and I put them all back on, and I had ruined the H, so I had to get another H, which luckily I had another H, and I get it all set up, and this time I actually really like the way it looks. So now I've got that all settled away, squared away. It's time to sort of pick out some embellishments. So I find this green tag that says now from a different Studio Calico kit. and I go ahead and I put that on the photo and I write the date sticker or the date on it. And that's kind of a good placement there because it covers up some of the clutter in the background at the barber shop. So then I add just a couple lines of journaling, nothing too exciting. I just say, Augie was long overdue for a haircut, so we walked over to the Grand and Laura fixed him up. So then I just do another pass over those letters with the bone folder to make sure they're going to stick. And now it's time for some embellishments. I wasn't really sure exactly what I wanted here. And I decided I was going to do some stickers, and I decided instead to go ahead with some stamps. These are the stamps from the August Studio Calico stamp subscription. And the one I chose to use here was the Details of Life. So this is just an everyday kind of page, just documenting some of our everyday, so that someday in the future, you know, Laura is someone who we see, I don't know, like 6 times a year, and we love her. She's great. She's not someone who we hang out with or anything, but we know her and we like her, and it'll be nice to remember her someday because she's a gem. She always cuts our kids' hair just the way we like it, just the way they like it, and it ends up looking really good. So at this point, I've given up on the stickers idea. There's nothing I really like, and instead I decide to add some more of that washi tape because I actually really love that washi tape. So I cut a fishtail in the end of the washi tape roll, and I put that down on the edge. Of course, I have to redo it because I'm a perfectionist. So I add that on one side, and then I decide that I want to add some more up in that upper left-hand corner to balance it. So I cut another fishtail in the tape. You can see me doing that here. And then I go up and I add it up in the corner. Once I have that trimmed down and added to the page, it's time to go ahead and glue down that tag. So I add a little bit of tape to the back, and I just kind of eyeball it, try and get it centered on the page, and stick that down. Now, at this point, once I've got that tag down, that is, I decide that I just want a little bit of something extra, and I can't figure out what it is. And I look at my stickers again, and well, first I decided I was going to tape down that tag, and I hate how it looks, so again I pull that off. So much undoing on this layout. But I wanted another embellishment, so I dig through the stamp tests that I had done when I first got the stamp set, and I pull out one of the ones I had pre-made and fussy cut out, and I add that to the layout. And then I'm like, do I want anything else? And I say no, and I say that my layout is done. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks a lot for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.